Does anyone else think about death constantly? Like that shit is on my mind damn near 24/7. Like the sweet embrace of death, baby. Man, if death was a woman, probably be very ugly. But I'm sure she had a nice personality. But definitely very ugly. Not a lot of people want to see death. They want to hear about it. They definitely don't want to see it. But it's there. It's constant. It's always there. Just like life is always there. Just like life. Life and death are siblings. They're a package deal. Can't have one without the other. I think people forget that when they have children. Because once you are brought to life, death is a certainty. If nothing else is certain, death is certain. And I can't wait for mine. That's going to be awesome. That's going to be awesome, man. Once this sweet, sweet death takes me, ooh. That'll be nice. That'll be so nice. And hopefully that's it. I don't want any afterlife crap. Which I don't know. I could never get into that. I just couldn't. Like you expect me to believe that, if I'm a super duper good boy, that I'm going to be rewarded by living in a super special, awesome place with very limited description of what goes on for all eternity. Yeah, sure, buddy. And if I'm a bad boy, I go to a place of damnation where I'll be tortured and burned. Well, I guess burning would be a type of torture, but you know what I mean. Like nothing but pain and suffering for the rest of my life because I've been a bad boy. Just seem very, very, very much like, hey, somebody just made this shit up to control people so things would go smoothly. Like, yeah, if you're a good boy, a good girl, good things will happen to you. If you're a bad boy, a bad girl, bad things will happen to you. That's pretty much the synopsis of most religions. Like, yeah, that's what they want you to do. That's the gist of it. And there's just certain things in there that, because it's written by different people that have different values, that's just in the Bible or the Quran or whatever the fuck else book you read or whatever. That's just how it is. Like some assholes like, oh yeah, man, you can't eat fucking shellfish because I think shellfish is gross or I'm allergic to it, so no one else can eat it. Like that's just something in there. Doesn't make any sense. It's just there. Or like, yeah, you shouldn't have this kind of meat, which, I don't know, maybe back then that meat wasn't very good to somebody. And like, yeah, I don't want anyone having this. Because people, they want you to believe what they believe. And it's annoying. And some people are pushy. They won't take no for an answer. It's like, no, you got to believe what I believe. Even if it's something like subjective, if it's something objective like 2 plus 2, that yeah, you should probably get everyone on board with that. But if it's like, oh, I believe the sky is fucking purple, like, oh, okay, that's wrong, but you can go ahead and believe that. I don't care. I don't care what you believe. I don't care what you think is right or wrong. It doesn't matter to me. I don't care what you think is socially acceptable or not. I don't care. Like we could just have differing opinions and leave it at that. I don't know why everything can't just be civil like that. But it can't be civil. There's just something in a lot of people's brains is like, you have to agree with me. You have to. If you don't agree with me, you have to be destroyed. Whether that's literally or metaphorically, you have to be destroyed. I can't have a world where my point of view is not the popular one. I have to stay in my echo chamber to make sure my views are, held up and is considered the best. Otherwise, these people will lose their minds. This is one of the reasons why I can't wait for my death, so I don't have to deal with these people anymore. I don't have to deal with people in general anymore. I don't have to deal with anything. There's so much fucking nonsense that goes on a daily basis that I just just makes me want to have a bubble bath with a plugged in toaster. Like, some days I'm like, I can't deal with this. I'd rather eat a whole bowl of prescription pills with bleach. I'd rather do a backflip off the Grand Canyon while shooting up heroin into my eye socket. It's just so painful sometimes. This is painful. So I can't wait for the sweet release of death. And I hope to God that there is no God. Because I don't want to deal with that nigga. From what I've read, he is goofy. And he is a diva. Don't want to deal with that. So I'd rather the motherfucker didn't exist. Or if he did exist, he no longer exists. I don't care about some asinine heavenly space where nothing bad happens and everyone's happy, which doesn't make any sense. Because if humans are there, then how could it possibly be a paradise? But that's probably a topic for a different video, not this one. I'm done. This shit is like, what the fuck is it, like 7 minutes? Yeah, this shit's 7 minutes. Ugh.